Hello, divine creations, divine marvels, children of God. Thanks so much for dropping by. I got a really interesting comment on one of my videos, which I'll read in a moment, which brings me back to an essential point in understanding not just Muji, but Neo-Advaita and Neo-Advaita in general. And that's that it's based in insanity. So, sorry, my roommate's laughing. He just heard that. He just started laughing. So the thing is when we're talking about something, there's what's true and there's what's not true, right? There's what's accurate and there's what's inaccurate, and so Advaita Vedanta claims to be an accurate representation of reality. And more important than being and it says, here are some steps that you can take to find out for yourself, to verify this for yourself or not. That's really what Advaita is. It's a set of working assumptions and then a set of practices to find out whether those assumptions are true or not. Not assumptions, but we'll say concepts. Now, this is where Neo-Advaita falls just so short, because first of all, it leaves aside most of the working assumptions, such as karma and reincarnation, the nature of the mind, the three gunas. It just throws all those out. And not only that, but what it also throws out is all the other tools that Advaita Vedanta provides to find out if, in fact, you are the self, and if, in fact, the nature of the self is Sat Chit Ananda, being consciousness bliss. So it's kind of like it's a complete whole system, and it's a set of tools to help you verify the system. So why I say that Neo-Advaita and Neo-Advaita are insane, or based in insanity, is because they're only a partial view of reality and a partial set of tools to help you be in touch with reality. So it's fundamentally incomplete, but it says that it's complete. So it'd be like someone wanting to learn English, but only learning, 5, 6, 7, maybe let's say nine letters of the alphabet, and then going around and talking with just A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, A through L. I don't know if that's 9. I counted really quick. And then being like, and this is English. And like, this is the complete, but not only that, and anything other than this is false. So that's why, I made another video that said that Muji's caught in the nastiest, trickiest of ego traps, thinking that he's awake when he isn't. It's one of the most subtle ego traps. And so Neo-Advaita and Neo-Advaita really are a trap, because again, if they just said, here's a path, but they don't just say that. Neo-Advaita and Neo-Advaita are like, this is it. This is it. And they vigorously attack anything other. Whereas Advaita Vedanta welcomes other spiritual paths and recognizes that other spiritual paths, such as karma yoga and bhakti yoga, especially karma yoga and bhakti yoga, are an essential part of Advaita, of the Advaita Vedanta path. So I've dialogued now. I think I just hit my 100th dialogue with a Muji devotee, and I can honestly say they're some of the least awake and least kind people I've ever met when disagreements are presented to them, as long as you're like, as long as everyone's in satsang and everyone's agreeing, like they're some of the most loving, sweet people I've ever interacted with. But as soon as you challenge the lie, challenge their belief system. Mooji is enlightened. He's going to lead us to enlightenment. This is the complete full path. As soon as you challenge any one of those, be prepared for an attack. And so here is one interesting response that I got. This is from Niklas Fossen. I've watched a number of your clips trying to understand what you want to achieve. I'm not sure I've reached any conclusion. Well, actually, it's really simple what I don't want to achieve. What I can say what I'm doing. I'm not sure that I have a clear. What I want to achieve is for Mooji to admit that he's not awake and to apologize to all the people he's harmed. I don't see that happening anytime soon. It takes a real, to do that. Most fake spiritual teachers die with that one on them. So that's kind of my end game, and to help the people who are recovering from the delusion of Neo-Advaita and Neo-Advaita. I'm not really trying to achieve anything, but that's what I'm doing. So I'll continue. But it seems as if religious concepts are of crucial importance to you. This is why I don't dialogue with Mooji devotees. So I've made about 30 or 40 videos, and I haven't really mentioned any religious concepts that I'm aware of. So it's like, so you just have to keep in mind when you're dialoguing with someone who's insane, is they're insane and they're going to try and draw you into the insanity, and they're going to attack you every which way they can. So to continue, but it seems as if religious concepts are of crucial importance to you, and if spiritual teachers don't do it by the book, i.e. your standards, they're categorized as a fraud, right? So here's what you need to keep an eye out for when dialoguing with anyone who's involved in any kind of I don't want to just say cult, but I don't know how to say it. Distortion of reality. So if spiritual teachers don't do it by the book, i.e. your standards, they are categorized as frauds, right? Well, actually, the thing is Advaita Vedanta has almost a 1100 year history, and it's a system. It's very much a whole integrated system, and anyone who doesn't follow that system, they're not teaching Advaita Vedanta. Papaji didn't. Ramana Maharshi barely taught it. He was a revolutionary, but even so, he did teach the fundamentals of it. Some people even said, is Ramana Maharshi an Advaita Vedanta teacher? And rightly so, because Advaita is a system. The thing is Ramana didn't teach groups of people, as he taught individuals. So no, someone isn't a fraud if they don't do it by the book. They're a fraud if they make claims implicitly, directly, or indirectly that they are representative of a tradition or of a teacher, and they're not, and they're teaching it very badly, and they're living a very unethical life. And let me tell you, having sex with lots of your students outside of a committed monogamous relationship is unethical. End of story for a spiritual teacher. End of story. Especially for someone posing as a guru. It's just, it's unspeakably horrific. And I will do a video sometime on why that is such unethical, poor behavior. So no, religious and spiritual concepts, religious concept, Advaita Vedanta makes some built-in assumptions about the nature of reality, about karma, reincarnation, the self, the nature of the mind, and the pathway there. And so if you're not interested in that system, great. And if you don't teach that system, great. But don't claim that you do if you're a teacher. And yeah, so let's see what else this person said. Which came first, enlightenment or religious belief systems, you think? So now this person's trying to bait me. This person is basically saying that what I'm teaching is a religious belief system. And yeah. How do I want to even respond to this? Which came first? Well, first of all, let's just take away an analysis of his motive and be clear. Enlightenment came first, and then religious structures have been built around individuals achieving enlightenment. Absolutely. How far has the true teaching brought you beyond arrogance yet? Okay. I was waiting for the attack. There it is. The true teaching has brought me pretty far. Certainly don't claim to be enlightened, which Ramana Maharshi defined as sahaja samadhi, effortless samadhi, where self-inquiry just continues, or where the activity of either self-inquiry, japa, or surrender just kind of goes on continuously, effortlessly. I'm not to where that's all the time. And where I am is that some of the time I'm in sahaja samadhi, meaning effortless, the ego's melted, and but it's not permanent. And so I spend a lot of time in what Ramana called samadhi with effort. I forget the Sanskrit term. You can look it up. The three samadhis, Ramana Maharshi. It's a fascinating topic. So yeah, so there's still efforting going on over here, and there's a lot of also clear experiencing. I wouldn't say of the truth, but there's a lot of effortless peace that happens, and there's a lot of peace that comes with effort beyond arrogance yet. So instead of just saying like, "Hey, you're arrogant," this guy is once again trying to bait me. And of course, I'm arrogant for challenging Muji. Or anyone who challenges Muji is arrogant. Did Jesus create Christianity? And if so, to what extent do you think the religious conforms to his original teachings? No, I don't think Jesus created Christianity. The religion conforms to his original teachings. I'd say in general, little to none as an institution. There's a sociologist who did research on, I don't remember whether it was Christianity or maybe all religions, and said in most religions, what you'll find is 90% of the people are like fixated on the rules and the structures and the organization. You'll find 5 to 10% who are really, for them, it's an inward, more of an inward experience, and they're really following the spirit of the teachings. And so in general, but yeah, that's another topic. My views on Christianity aren't really what this channel is about. By the way, Anthony Tony Moo Young is his name. Paul is your invention. Thanks for letting me know. Paul is your invention. Well, you could just say I made a mistake. Maybe confused with the British pop star, LOL. I don't know. I don't need your answers. Perhaps you do. What I need is to have dialogues like this. I need to engage with people who are defending an insane belief system and trying to pull me into it, and then to stay solid in myself. So thank you. And also, I need to present this to other people to keep an eye out for how insanity operates and how it will try and suck you in, how it'll insult you, how it will demean your critical thinking skills. And Yeah, so this is a great example of why I don't really dialogue with Muji devotees anymore. Um, and it's a great, I hope some of the dynamics I've pointed out that this person employed, a lot of it is what I call sideways talking. Like instead of just directly saying what you're thinking, and there's always assumptions, there's always unnamed assumptions built in. For example, I'm arrogant. Um, Religious concepts are of crucial importance to you. Not really. Spiritual teachers don't do it by the book, i.e., your standards. And this is the other reason why I don't really dialogue with Muji devotees is they're extremely ignorant about Advaita Vedanta, um, very uneducated about what it actually is. And I don't need your answers. Perhaps you do. Actually, I really do need my answers. Thank you for asking. Um, I really need to find my own answers and not follow fakers like Muji anymore. Um, so thanks so much for those wonderful comments. Let's see if there's anything else I want to say. So, so the Muji movement is a closed belief system, meaning it's not open to being questioned. Whereas Advaita Vedanta is a set of propositions and a set of oh my god, I'm going to totally do another video on this, but very, very briefly. So the difference between what Muji's doing, what I'm calling the Muji movement, and Advaita Vedanta is this. The Muji movement is a set of closed assumptions that are not open to being answered and give you no way to find out whether they're true or not. You just have to believe them and then believe them and then repeat them and then believe them and then believe them. So the main ideas that I found in the Muji movement are Muji's an enlightened master. He can lead other people there. What he's teaching is the complete truth, and everyone should do self-inquiry. The fourth one isn't. It just depends. Sometimes that one's. So this person said that what I'm doing is offering a belief system, when actually what I'm pointing people towards is a system of awakening that has some concepts built into it, but gives you specific ways to find out if those concepts are true or not. Whereas the things I just mentioned, Muji, there's no way to test those. And oh my God, I can't believe it that what this person has done. Very slick, very slick. I didn't notice it till now. He's basically projecting, saying that what I'm doing is creating a belief system and standing behind religion, when that's actually what the Muji movement it's a religion. And I've just laid out the four or so basic concepts of the religion. And I guess the fifth part is like, this is Advaita Vedanta, would be like, what I'm teaching is the same thing that Ramana Maharshi teaches, and the same thing, um, so wow. Can't believe I didn't catch that. So it's a religion. Like, you have to believe these things and there's no way to prove them. Advaita Vedanta, on the other hand, says, here's some concepts and here's some ways to find out if these concepts are true. By the way, one of the core concepts is that misery comes from attachment to objects, and happiness comes only from God. And Advaita gives you that's really what Advaita Vedanta is based around, and it gives you lots of ways to find out if that's true or not. Advaita Vedanta is not a belief system. It is a framework. It is a framework, but more than that, it's a map. And the fact that this person would say that what I'm doing is presenting a religion just tells you how far away the Muji movement has gotten from Advaita Vedanta. So let's be really clear. Like, what I'm presenting are two things: criticisms of Muji and traditional Advaita Vedanta. So a Muji devotee comes along, listens to what I have to say, and be like, "Oh, you're teaching a religion." Actually, what I'm just saying what Shankara said and what Ramana said, and and then a whole lot of other people in between Shankara and Ramana. What the Bhagavad Gita said, which is thousands of years old. So thanks so much for watching this, and I hope this deconstruction can just help people understand how closed belief systems, which really are just, it's a fancy word for religion, and cult is just a specialized form of a religion or a closed belief system, how all these things operate. The truth is out there and in there. Keep looking beautifuls. Much love.